Hi, friends. I'm Scott Giles, and welcome to Power Talk, my podcast here on Facebook Live and YouTube. I cover topics related to hypnocoaching, spirituality, and the hypnotic arts and sciences in general. If you'd like to know more about my professional work or sign up for my free e-newsletter, Power Lines, check out my website, which I'll tag at the end of this video. Today, I want to talk about getting lucky. And yeah, I am fully aware of the double entendre of that title, where getting lucky sometimes means having an unexpected sexual encounter. Full disclosure, that is not what I mean about this podcast. This topic was inspired by a joke I made at the recent convention of the National Guild of Hypnotists during a workshop on doing podcasts led by my skillful and well-known colleague, Tom Nicoli. Tom asked for a suggestion from the attendees for a topic and jokingly reminded me that years ago, when he did this, I came up with the topic that forgiveness is badass. It actually was a great topic that produced a great podcast, and I even did a video myself on that subject in February of 2019. So I figured I'd needle him a bit and came up with getting lucky at a hypnosis convention. He didn't take the suggestion seriously, so I decided to shoot my own podcast on the theme of getting lucky because there is more to the topic than you might think. First, let me share my 2 cents about the standard positive thinking movement take on luck. It usually starts with a quote that has been variously attributed to Ben Franklin or Thomas Jefferson. Sure, I believe in luck, and the harder I work, the more of it I have. Okay, I get that theme. Hard work is important for success at most things, but it's not the only variable. Some people are in fact born to privilege, and others are not. I grew up in a family on my mother's side that was pretty badly messed up. By hard work, I was able to lift myself out of that, and I'm glad I did. But I also experienced the unearned kindness of some people, some absolutely lucky breaks in situations that could have gotten me arrested if they'd gone the wrong way, and some flashes of insight that had nothing to do with hard work, but still showed me a better way. Getting lucky isn't about hard work. Hard work may be an element of success, but luck is actually something different. So what is it? Well, psychoanalyst Carl Jung talked about something he called synchronicity. He described it as what he called an acausal power. Well, what the heck is that? What Jung meant could, I think, be described as meaningful coincidence. In one of his accounts, he talks about working with a client who had him stumped. He couldn't help her achieve the breakthrough that he hoped would be the key to her psychological unlocking. She told him about a dream of finding a beautiful golden Egyptian scarab. For those who don't know, a scarab is a sculpture of a kind of beetle, which in Egyptian mythology is a symbol of eternal life. As she was talking, Jung heard a tapping sound at the window of his office. When he looked, he saw it was a large actual beetle tapping at the window as it had been attracted to the light. Such a beetle was rare in that climate, and this was an especially beautiful example. They can be wonderfully colorful. So he scooped it up and showed it to his client and said, "Here is your scarab." And that did it. The client had her breakthrough and realized that her issues were about her own mortality. Over time, he realized that a lot of important change happens to people because they're prodded by some unexpected and likely random event. And he coined the word synchronicity to explain it. Now, there is an old saying in yoga philosophy that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Now, that saying, I think, doesn't mean that there is a supernatural faculty that dispenses instructors. What it means is that when someone's mind is ready to have an insight that will open to, say, a better level of functioning, the mind will find a way to bring that awareness to the surface. Something will happen that may in fact be random, but the mind will project a meaning onto it that highlights it, and the insight will become manifest. One of my ministerial colleagues used to talk about how in some sermons, people hear something he never said. They are excited by the sermon and ask for a copy, but when they read it, the insight they had was not actually in the text. They heard something their mind needed them to hear, and so their mind found a way to let them hear it. Synchronicity, meaningful coincidence, luck. It's not just hard work, it's something more. And at the hypnosis convention, I had a couple of experiences like this while learning from my colleagues. I got lucky at a hypnosis convention. Hey, thank you for your time and attention today. I'll be back next week with another talk on a different subject, and I'd like to invite you to join me. It does help me if you let others know about my videos, so please like, share, and subscribe. If I can be of help to you, feel free to reach out through email, my website, or Patreon channel. Stay well and stay safe.